Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. This is going to be kind of a quick one, but recently Ayaneo gave us a bunch of new information about their upcoming handhelds from their KONKR line, which is going to be their lower cost handhelds with the Pocket Fit. And of course, they are going to be releasing an x86 version. They also teased an elite variant of the Pocket Fit, which looks very promising. Another thing they did was give us more information on the upcoming Ayaneo Pocket DS, which is the one that I'm most excited about. I mean, this thing looks absolutely amazing, especially in this color variant. But the first thing I wanted to talk about here was the KONKR Pocket Fit. So KONKR is Ayaneo's new sub-brand. They're going to try to release cheaper handhelds or lower cost handhelds under that line, and it definitely makes sense. Ayaneo devices are quite expensive. They're initially going to be releasing 3 different color variants. So we've got the black, white, and that two-tone yellow and black, which I think looks really awesome. But the main thing to note here about the Pocket Fit is that it's an Android-based handheld, and Ayaneo's been doing Android handhelds for some time now, more notably the Pocket S. And if you take a look at these two devices, the Pocket Fit up top, the Pocket S down below, this is the original Pocket S, they look like two totally different devices. But when it comes down to it, they did a lot of work already for the Pocket Fit when they were creating the Pocket S. They've got the same exact display, and as you can see, it's got the same basic button layout here. The Pocket S is definitely a more premium handheld. It's constructed of metal. It definitely feels good in the hand. I mean, it's a really nice Android-based handheld. But to tell you the truth, the KONKR Pocket Fit does look like it might be a bit more comfortable with those palm rests around back. Just a little more shape to it, a little more to hang on to. It's going to have those trigger locks. We've also got those programmable macro keys around back. And the Pocket Fit is actually offering a nice little upgrade over the original Pocket S because this is going to be powered by the Snapdragon G3 Gen 3. We have seen this chip before in an Ayaneo device. The Pocket S2 uses the same chip. We also get an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, and just knowing it's an Android device, I do expect to get some really good runtime out of this thing. And as for the display, it's a 144 Hz 6-inch true color LCD. So it's an IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. This should be perfect for native Android games and emulation for sure. They also announced the starting price of the Pocket Fit, and that's going to be $329. And it's going to go up from there for sure. I mean, you can get one with more storage, more RAM. All of them will have a micro SD card slot, so you can always add storage down the road. Still not a super cheap device, but for what we're getting here and the way it looks, not horrible for an Ayaneo product. Another thing they teased was the Pocket Fit Elite. So they didn't exactly say which CPU this has, but by the name there, it definitely looks like it'll have something like the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which right now, when it comes to native Android games, I mean, there's nothing that this chip can't run fully maxed out. You want to do Fortnite at 120 FPS, it's going to handle it just fine. I mean, it's a monster of a mobile chip. It's going to have the same display, same 8,000 milliamp hour battery, and it's going to be starting at $399. Now, this is the one that I'm most excited about between the KONKR Pocket Fit devices. If I have to wait it out for the Elite, I probably would. The next thing I wanted to talk about here was the Ayaneo Pocket DS. Obviously, with a name like DS, we've got dual screens, and this is their special edition retro gray version, which is the one that I'm really wanting to get my hands on. It looks absolutely amazing, as you can see here. They gave us a lot of great information about this thing also. This is going to be launching on Indiegogo soon, so definitely keep an eye out. But when it comes to the overall layout here, the top screen is a 7-inch 165 Hz OLED display at 1080p, up to 800 nits of brightness, and it's a 16:9 aspect ratio. The lower screen is a 5-inch 4:3 IPS display. Both of these do support touch. It's got an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, TMR medium joysticks, and Hall effect linear triggers around back. Front firing dual stereo speakers, and they've come up with a really neat way to kind of switch apps between dual screen. Just 3 fingers on the device, you can swap between the screens. And they totally revamped ISpace. So this is ISpace DS Edition. You can use this on the bottom screen. I believe you could probably use it on the top also, but it's very intuitive. It's going to allow us to control every aspect of this handheld gaming machine. It will have an active cooling system built in, and this is actually going to be powered by the Snapdragon G3X Gen 2. So up to 15 watts with this SoC, and we saw this in the Pocket S, as I talked about earlier. That's kind of the downside for me. I do wish they would have used that Snapdragon 8 Elite in a device like this, having those dual screens. I mean, just kind of going all out with this unit would have been awesome. And finally, they've also released pricing, both early bird for Indiegogo and retail pricing. So the lowest end model you can only get in black. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, $399. 12 gigs, $256, $439, 16 gigs, $512, $499. And then retail price is kind of way up there if you take a look over on the right-hand side. And then all the way down at the bottom, this is the one that I would want, and I don't need that much RAM or storage. 8 gigs, 128 with an SD card would be more than enough for me, but they only make that retro gray in this model with 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of internal storage, coming in at $639. So yeah, you're definitely going to pay up for something like that, and retail on that, $759. So I'm pretty excited about all of these new handhelds, the KONKR Pocket Fit and the Pocket Fit Elite, especially that Elite version. The Pocket DS, in my opinion, is the best looking dual screen handheld coming to the market right now. I know there's a lot of them hitting the market, but I think that retro gray really pops. It really sets that thing off. Pricing is always going to be the issue with these Android handhelds. I mean, when you consider an x86 handheld, like let's say the Steam Deck or an ROG Ally, of course, they don't have dual screens, but when it comes down to it, I mean, you can get a lot done on those devices. It's running a more powerful CPU, you can play your favorite PC games, you can emulate your favorite systems, and you can even play Android games on it. With something like this, you've got Android games on lock, you've got a ton of emulators that you can run on this, and even some PC games using an x86 emulator for Android, but it's still not going to get the job done for PC gaming like the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck would. And when it comes to high-end emulation, something like the ROG Ally with that Z1 Extreme will outperform this for sure. And speaking of x86, Ayaneo also teased the KONKR Fit. Now this is the non-pocket version, so it's an x86 handheld, 80 watt-hour battery, 7-inch display, kind of like the ROG Ally X. We're not sure of the pricing or what CPU they're using here, but if they can get that price below what the X is at right now, it might be worth checking out once they announce more information about it. So in the end, there's a lot to consider. I mean, these are definitely going to be more portable than the Steam Deck itself, but if you're not worried about that and you're just looking for more performance, I would go with an x86 system for sure. But I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Are any of these new devices something you're interested in now that we've got pricing, all the specs and everything like that? If so, which one are you going to pick up? The Pocket Fit, the Pocket Fit Elite, or the Pocket DS? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if I can get my hands on any of these, I will be making videos, so keep an eye out on the channel. Like always, thanks for watching.